In this video, we will break down how businesses are structured and managed to run efficiently. And we'll look at organizational structure, management functions, leadership styles, delegation, and trade unions. Let's begin with organizational structure. Organizational structure refers to the levels of management and the division of responsibilities within a business. It determines how activities such as task allocation, coordination, and supervision are directed towards achieving business goals. There are several layers in a typical structure. The first one is top management. It includes roles like the CEO, managing directors, and board members. They are responsible for setting long-term goals, making strategic decisions, and overseeing the entire organization. The second one is middle management. It includes department heads and functional managers. They are responsible for turning top management strategies into operational plans, monitoring day-to-day activities, and supervising lower levels. Line managers directly oversee employees. They are in charge of ensuring specific tasks are completed efficiently and according to the plan. And the last one, operational staff, are employees who carry out the basic duties necessary to keep the business running. Span of control. Span of control refers to the number of employees directly managed by a single supervisor or a manager. It plays a crucial role in determining how efficiently a business operates. There are two main types, wide span and narrow span of control. When a manager has too many people to supervise, they may not be able to give proper attention or feedback to each one. On the other hand, if they manage too few, the business may waste resources and become overly bureaucratic. The span of control affects communication, decision-making, employee motivation, and overall effectiveness of supervision. A well-balanced span helps a business maintain order while allowing flexibility. A wide span of control often leads to a shorter chain of command because there are fewer levels of management. A narrow span of control usually results in a taller structure with more layers in the chain of command. Now let's look at wide span of control. A wide span of control means that one manager is responsible for many subordinates. This is common in flat organizational structures and in businesses where employees are experienced and well-trained. It encourages independence, reduces costs, and speeds up communication. Of course, there are some advantages and also disadvantages. It encourages delegation. Managers are more likely to give authority to employees, making them feel trusted and responsible. Few managers are needed and reducing overall expenses. Messages can be shared rapidly with few layers in between. On the other hand, manager may lose control. With too many employees, a manager might struggle to monitor performance efficiently, and also employees may not receive enough guidance and support. And mistakes may go unnoticed without close oversight. Next, narrow span of control. A narrow span of control means a manager supervises only a small number of employees or subordinates. This allows for more guidance, direct supervision, and easier performance tracking. Managers can give personal attention to each employee. Instruction can be tolerated and clarified when necessary. And also, fewer employees mean fewer risks and more constant performance. There are also some disadvantages. More managers are needed to cover all staff, which increase salary expenses. Slow decision making. Communication passes through many levels here, as you see in the picture. And employees also may feel micromanaged or less trusted. Now let's talk about chain of command. Chain of command refers to a formal line of authority within an organization. It refers who gives order and who receives them. This concept is essential because it ensures accountability and clarity across all levels of the business. For example, in a structured company, instructions might flow from the CEO to department heads, then to supervisors, and finally to workers. Each level knows who they are accountable to and who they manage. A well-defined chain of command helps avoid confusion, prevents overlapping responsibilities, and also ensures that authority and accountability are clearly established. Without a proper chain of command, tasks can be duplicated or missed. decision-making becomes chaotic, and managing teams become difficult. A tall chain of commands or a long chain of commands. A tall organizational structure has many levels of management and therefore a long chain of command. It is typically found in large or traditional organizations. In this type of structure, the employees understand their roles and who they report to, reducing confusion and conflict. More opportunities for promotion, because there are many levels and employees can move up gradually, which can motivate staff. And there are also closer supervision. Managers have fewer people to manage, so they can monitor work more closely and provide individual guidance. But there is slower communication. Messages go through many layers here, which can delay action and response times. It also costs higher because more managers mean more salaries, benefits, and office space, increasing business expenses. And there is less flexibility. Approvals take longer and innovation may be slower because decisions must go through several levels. A short chain of command has fewer levels and management, making it more suitable for small businesses and organizations that value fast communication and flexibility. So advantages of faster communication. Within few levels to pass through, as you see in the picture, message can travel quickly from top to bottom and vice versa. Workers may be trusted to make more decisions themselves, which can boost confidence and increase motivation. And also managers are closer to their teams, which fosters better communication and understanding. On the other hand, managing too many people at once can lead to oversight or burnout. And also in this kind of structures, there are limited opportunities for promotion. With fewer levels, employees may have fewer chances to advance, which could reduce long-term motivation. Before we dive into each function, let's look at the overall role of management. Managers are responsible for ensuring that an organization meets its objectives efficiently and effectively. Their role is not just to give orders, but to plan, guide, and evaluate performance. The 5 main functions of management are planning, organizing, coordinating, commanding, and controlling. These functions work together to help the business achieve its goals, stay organized, and adapt to change. Planning is the first and most important function. Managers must set objectives for the future and decide on the strategies to achieve them. This involves analyzing current trends, predicting future conditions, and identifying what resources are needed. Effective planning helps avoid risks, save time and resources, and ensures that all departments work toward the same goal. Once plans are made, managers must organize resources and tasks. This means deciding who will do what, assigning roles, and arranging equipment and materials. Organizing ensures that one task is duplicated and that all work is done effectively. It also involves setting up departments and delegating authority to team members. Coordinating means making sure that all parts of the organization are working together in harmony. Managers must ensure that different departments and individuals are aligned and not working against each other. This is done through regular meetings, communication, and shared goals. Without coordination, even the best plan can fail. Commanding involves leading and guiding employees so that tasks are completed properly and on time. A good manager must motivate, support, and supervise their team. This also includes resolving conflicts and encouraging staff to give their best. Clear instructions and strong leadership are key. Control means monitoring progress and making sure that goals are being met. Managers compare actual performance with planned objectives, identify problems and take corrective actions when needed. It ensures that standards are maintained and resources are used wisely. Without control, a business may lose track on its goals. Next, we're going to talk about delegation. Delegation is the process of assigning responsibility and authority to someone else to carry out specific tasks. While the manager gives authority to the subordinate, the responsibility still remains with the manager. Delegation is not just about reducing the manager's workload, it's also a tool to develop and empower employees. It shows trust and help in time management, and allows the manager to focus on high-level strategic tasks. However, successful delegation depends on giving clear instructions and choosing the right person for the job. Delegation has several benefits for managers. It allows them to focus on more important strategic tasks rather than daily operational activities. The first one saves time. Managers can spend more time planning and solving bigger issues. Delegating repetitive and routine tasks makes the manager more productive. It also develops leadership. Managers can observe who performs well and identify future leaders. And the last one, sharing responsibility prevents managers from feeling overloaded. Delegation also benefits employees or subordinates. It gives them a chance to grow, take responsibility, and feel valued. Employees feel trusted, which boosts morale. Taking on tasks helps employees learn new skills. It also offers career advancement. Delegation prepares them for promotions and more advanced roles. And the last one is job satisfaction. Feeling involved in decision making can increase their engagement at work. But sometimes managers avoid delegating tasks. They could be due to lack of trust, fear of losing control, or concern that the employee won't perform the task well. Managers may think employees won't meet expectations, and also sometimes they feel insecurity. Some managers fear that employees might outperform them. And the last one, lack of delegation skills. Some managers don't know how to delegate effectively or don't want to invest the time to explain tasks. Avoiding delegation can lead to burnout and prevent the team from growing. Importance of good managers. Good managers are essential for the success of any business. They don't just organize tasks, they lead, inspire, and motivate their teams. They are responsible for setting directions, managing conflicts, and ensuring targets are met. Good managers make efficient use of resources, improve employee morale, and drive performance. Without them, businesses may face disorganization, low productivity, and employee dissatisfaction. The next slides, we're going to talk about leadership and styles of leadership. Leadership is the ability to guide and influence others towards achieving goals. While management is about planning and organizing, leadership is about inspiring and motivating people. There are three main leadership styles in business: autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. Each style works best in different situations depending on the nature of the business and the people involved. Let's take a closer look at each one. Let's start with autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership is a leadership style where the manager holds all the authority and makes decisions without seeking input from others. This approach relies on strict supervision, clearly defined rules, and top-down instructions. Employees are expected to follow orders exactly as given, with little room for creativity or feedback. This style is particularly effective in situations where quick decision-making is crucial, such as emergencies or high-risk environments, or when employees lack the experience or skills to make decisions themselves. For example, in military operations or manufacturing plants, having a leader who gives clear, direct orders can ensure that tasks are completed effectively and safely. In this case, managers have total control, and there are some advantages. The first one is fast decisions. Because the manager doesn't need to consult others, actions can be taken immediately. This is especially useful in high pressure or time-sensitive situations. And second one, clear direction. Everyone knows what they are supposed to do. Roles and responsibilities are well defined, which minimizes confusion and delays. Of course, there are some disadvantages. The first one is low motivation. When employees feel like their opinions don't matter, they can become disengaged and less committed to their work. And second one, poor creativity and innovation. Since workers are not encouraged to share ideas, the business might miss out on improvements and innovation solutions. Autocratic leadership can be very effective when used appropriately, but if applied all the time, it may result in lack of team spirit and high employee turnover. Second one is democratic leadership. It's also known as participative leadership. It encourages input and collaboration from employees. Managers consult the team, invite opinions, and consider their ideas before taking final decisions. It builds a sense of involvement and belonging. This style is highly effective in organizations that rely on teamwork, creativity, and long-term planning. Employees feel empowered because they know their opinions are valued. It works well when team members are experienced, confident, and capable of contributing to strategic decisions. If we talk about advantages, we can mention high motivation and morale. Employees are more satisfied and motivated when they have a say in decisions that affect their work. And better decision making. Collective input can lead to more balanced and well thought out choices, especially when dealing with complex issues. Disadvantages: slower decision making. Involving everyone takes time. It may delay responses, especially when consensus is hard to reach. And the last one, in emergencies or high-stakes scenarios, too much discussion can be inefficient. Democratic leadership creates a positive work culture and strong team relationships, but it must be balanced with decisiveness when needed. And the last one is laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership is a relaxed, hands-off approach when the manager provides minimal supervision and leaves employees to organize their own work. The leader trusts the team to take responsibilities, make decisions, and work independently. This style is effective in workplaces where employees are highly skilled, motivated, and capable of managing their own time, such as design studios, research centers, or senior-level professional teams. It gives people the space to explore ideas and find innovative solutions. The first advantage is encourage innovation and creativity. Employees are free to experiment and think outside the box without waiting for approval. And the second one, it builds independence. Staff develop confidence, problem-solving skills, and accountability. And the first disadvantage is lack of direction. Without clear guidance, some employees may feel lost or unsure of what's expected. And the second one, poor coordination. Teams may end up working in different directions if goals and communications aren't regularly aligned. Laissez-faire leadership is best used selectively. For example, when the team is experienced and the project requires creativity. However, without some form of structure, productivity and focus may decline. Trade unions. A trade union is an organized group of workers who come together to protect their common interests and improve their working conditions. The main goal of a trade union is to represent employees when dealing with their employer. This includes negotiating better wages, working hours, workplace safety, benefits, and job security. Trade unions act as a collective voice, giving employees more strength than they would have individually. They may also represent members in disputes, provide legal advice, and campaign for better labor laws and regulations. There are many advantages for employees. The first one, strength in numbers. Employees have more influence when negotiating as a group rather than as individuals. Second one, improved working conditions. Unions work to secure better pay, longer holidays, and responsible working hours for employees. Next, unions may push for health and safety improvements such as better lighting, heating, noise control, and overall safer conditions. It also supports during unemployment or illness. Members who are sick, retired, or made redundant may receive financial assistance or support from the union. Unions encourage employees to offer training, which can improve job satisfaction and career opportunities. If a member feels they have been treated unfairly or dismissed wrongly, the union can provide legal assistance and guidance. And there are also some member benefits. Some unions offer extra benefits such as discounts in certain stores, gym access, or social clubs. They can influence government policies. Unions often meet with government representatives to advocate for better laws and policies that benefit all workers. And the last one, more secure employment. In workplaces with a closed shop agreement, union membership can provide more job stability. Of course, it has some disadvantages for employees. The first one is membership costs. Being part of a union often requires monthly dues. Industrial actions, members may be required to go on strike or protest even if they personally disagree with their decision. And the last one, conflict with management. Sometimes disputes between unions and employers can damage workplace relationships or delay agreements.